As the holiday season approaches you, I stand here not just as Ashley Haugen, the president and founder of That Water Bead Lady, but as a mother. And I have a warning for every gift giver this holiday season. Do not buy water beads. The agony and unbearable pain of seeing your child in a hospital bed, weak, suffering, and helpless is every parent's worst nightmare. But it is one that became my reality in 2017. My daughters, Abigail and Kipley, are 5 years apart, and because of their age gap, they play with different toys. Abigail, my oldest, when she first saw the water beads in a video online, she was fascinated. They expand, they bounce, and they gleam like candy. Initially, when she asked my husband Jonathan and I for some, we told her no. But then we researched the product online. The label and information we read assured us that water beads were non-toxic, didn't have any trace of harmful chemicals, and that the hydrated beads were a choking hazard. The fact that they were sold in packs containing 10,000 to 75,000 water beads and were used in schools and therapy clinics across the country seemed to reinforce the notion that this was a safe toy. As experienced parents, we were confident we could manage a choking hazard. So in April, for Abigail's 6th birthday, instead of getting her Legos like we originally planned, we bought water beads. Jonathan set up a bin on the far end of the kitchen. As Abigail played with the beads, he played right alongside her, supervising at all times. While they were busy playing and having fun, I entertained Kipley, our 1-year-old daughter. After each use, the beads were meticulously cleaned up and stored away out of reach. By July, when Kipley woke up projectile vomiting, water beads were the furthest thing from our minds. We thought she had the stomach flu. We took her to the hospital as a precaution because it seemed like she wasn't keeping anything down, even milk. The doctors did test after test, scan after scan, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. Kipley was so weak. At one point, I was holding her head up as she vomited with her eyes shut. Her little body was exhausted. The doctors told us that emergency exploratory surgery was Kipley's only option. She was deteriorating quickly. The surgery had risks. She could lose bowel. She could die. I told them I could handle anything but losing her. As I sat in the waiting room, the weight of it all hit me. I was waiting to find out if I was ever going to hold Kipley again. Freezing and soaking wet because I was drenched in my baby's own vomit. I broke. My heart shattered. My mom held me, and my husband lent me his strength. It felt like time stood still. When the surgeon finally came out and showed Jonathan and I the picture of what he had found blocking Kipley's small intestine, we recognized it immediately as pieces of the birthday gift we had bought for Abigail months earlier. Water beads. For over 70 days, water beads, unbeknownst to Jonathan and I, had wreaked havoc inside of Kipley's body, causing an obstruction that puts her at risk for intestinal issues for the rest of her life and exposing her to hazardous chemicals that for her caused a brain injury. If I had been warned that water beads could cause blockage of the intestines, hearing loss, lung damage, expose my children to even a minuscule amount of harmful chemicals, or kill them, while I thought they were sleeping peacefully in their beds, I wouldn't have purchased them. The best parenting and diligent supervision can't prevent every accident from occurring. Accidents happen, and in those moments, the design and quality of a product can make all the difference between a minor mishap and a major tragedy. A product as tiny as a sprinkle, possessing the bouncing power of a Super Bowl and the enduring presence of glitter that can lead to life-threatening blockages without being visible on scans shouldn't be on the market. So to my fellow gift givers and my fellow parents, I ask you to use the power of your dollar to send a clear message this holiday season. Do not buy water beads. Do not buy products that use water beads. If you see someone in the store about to buy a water bead product, warn them that water beads are deadly. The warmth of the holiday season is often defined by the presence of loved ones, and their absence can leave a profound impact. As we approach this Christmas, please keep the family of Esther Jo, who tragically passed away in July after ingesting a water bead that she was never allowed to play with, in your thoughts. No family should lose a child because of a toy.